5 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Monday morning. You've been listening for a while. You know that we've had a new person on the air with us for 3 weeks now. Bernadette Paraiso is in the studio again. She's our medical correspondent, our medical reporter, and she's educating us about some of these procedures that you hear about all the time. And you just say, well, you just kind of let it go in one ear and figure, well, the doctors know what they're talking about. But now we're going to learn some of these things. And good morning, Bern. How you doing?
Good morning, Larry. I am very well, thanks. How about you?
Did you eat a lot this weekend or the last 4 days?
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
So is that part of what an EGD? I mean, it says on the EGD, you told me what it stands for, and it's a big, long word. I don't even want to try to pronounce it. What is it?
It is EGD is the upper endoscopy, and you and I will have to say it clearly.
Yeah.
EGD stands for endogastroduodenoscopy.
Easy for you to say.
I know.
It's a long word.
I had to practice it over and over.
Oh, did you? Did you really?
No, can you say it? And I want to listen.
Endogastroduodenoscopy.
That's it.
How'd I do?
Right. Very well.
If I look at it, I can do it. If you ask me to do it without looking at it, I won't do it well.
No, listen, I do have to look at it.
So what does that mean? This is from the mouth down to the stomach or beyond the stomach?
It is actually the upper procedure is the endoscopy, and it is a test that looks inside your digestive tract.
All the way down to the small intestine.
Stomach, correct. And parts of your digestive tract to be checked with this test are the esophagus, the stomach, and the duodenum.
And what are they checking for? Are they?
Well, it is during the test, a narrow tube is put through the mouth into your digestive tract. This test causes little or no pain. An adult family member or a friend needs to come with you to take home after the test. It is not safe for you to drive or return home alone.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Right.
So this is the upper part, and the lower part is called?
Colonoscopy. It's the test is colonoscopy. The upper test, it is an endoscopy because we have upper and lower. And this is what they call EGD. And like I said, a lot of our community, it's common to say EGD, and EGD stands for endogastroduodenoscopy. It speaks for itself because it actually...
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah.
Right. Esophagus, which is the stomach,
okay,
and then the duodenum.
Okay.
And this is the last time I was here, we actually had a 42-year-old patient that complained about hiccups.
Right. I remember you said that. Yeah.
And she did not have any other symptoms. And guess what? It was diagnosed with esophagitis.
So the
and it
upper.
was a grade 4. Exactly.
That was the upper. Okay.
Right. And of course, ulcer. So sometimes we take it for granted. We feel that hiccups, it's a normal, I think, episodes, and it will go away. But she was saying that it was actually going on for 3 years.
Wow.
I know, and sometimes, sometimes why do you have to wait? Why do you have to suffer?
And I think the message that you're bringing to us, Bern, is that we can't take something like hiccups seems like it's no big deal, but it might actually be an indication that there's something big.
There was an ulcer.
Yeah.
And I was able to talk to her one-to-one, and she said that there were like situations that she would go out with a lot of her friends to a dinner, and then she would stop eating because of the hiccups.
Right,
it would go on for sometimes 1 minute or 2 minutes, and she would get up and leave the room, and she would come back.
Oh, wow.
And like I said, who's going to think that, there was actually an ulcer, but, that's what I'm here to educate the community that, there is solution. There's a medical solution to all these complaints that we are.
So who do you go to first? Your family doctor?
Actually, yes. You have to have a family provider to refer you to a gastroenterologist. And, your provider would, send you to whoever,
right.
he or she feels comfortable.
Bern, you have a phone call coming in. And you're okay with phone calls, right? Not right now.
Not right
Not
now.
right now. You don't want to answer a question. Okay.
I appreciate that phone call, but
All right.
Anyway, thank you, Larry. So anyway, yeah, the hiccups, and it's like an acid, talking about the hiccups, we think that this is normal, but it's best to seek.
So do you recommend that we get this test done even if we don't have any symptoms?
That's yes, because the age, the colon, which is a colorectal cancer screening, you have to be 50-year-old.
Okay.
50-year-old and older. With the exception of if you have a family history, you might want to see your doctor and get this test at the age of 40. This is what Dr. Vishnu Reddy is recommending.
Okay. And is the EGD, is that also screening for cancer?
Oh, well, this is for ulcer and, that esophagitis.
Okay.
And it is a test, but most of the time, the acid reflux, the acid, we call it GERD or GERD. It is a gastrointestinal reflux disorder. And when you go to your doctor and complain about that, your doctor will refer you to get an EGD, which is the endogastroduodenoscopy.
And are these done without asking, or do they have to be requested? Are the tests... like if you go for a normal physical exam, do they include this in the exam?
This is the problem, because the hiccups alone, there was no acid reflux there. It was just normal hiccups.
Huh.
But the thing was, the ulcer was big. I mean, it was a grade 4, the gastro, the endo. I'm not hearing myself here. Hold on for a second.
I don't know.
I got it. Esophagitis, it was already a grade 4. A grade 4 is, something that really needed attention.
Okay.
But like I said, we have to listen to our body, because the doctor can help you. And when you go and make a complaint about it, we have very good doctors, especially here in Marion County. Definitely that your doctor will refer you to get this EGD done.
Yeah.
Right. Anything that has something to do with the stomach. And then, if there is a further testing after the EGD, some doctors would proceed to the colonoscopy.
Right.
Yeah.
So we just had a big eating weekend, and a lot of people ate a lot.
Exactly.
Do you think, or do doctors feel that if you have a condition, it might not be noticeable unless you eat something spicy, or do we have certain things that we eat that can actually alert us to a problem that you might not have noticed with something bland, like white bread or something?
And again, you have to listen to your body, because I actually had a situation with a family member that every time when he would go eat out, he would come home with diarrhea.
Where was he eating?
Well, different restaurants.
Oh, any restaurant.
Right, but anywhere.
Wow.
But he was thinking
I'd
that
stay
maybe
home.
there's a dye, or he was blaming it on the food.
Right.
So he went to see his family care provider, and I believe there was a stool test.
Yeah.
That's also a test that would find out if there's something going on with you.
Right.
And he did, and everything was negative. But the stool test, according to Dr. Vishnu Reddy, would not really detect polyps.
I gotcha.
Right. So he went ahead and scheduled a colonoscopy, and then that's when there was ulcer. There were bigger polyps, really. And it took probably 3 or 4 procedures. In other words, you have to repeat that.
So again,
and now he's back, eating, and he's cancer free, because if he had waited 2 years,
yeah, that's great.
the big polyps, it developed into a cancer.
So again, the message is to
Please if you are 50 years old and older, please get your colon screening. Go see your medical provider, and request a colonoscopy test or a colon test.
Bern, I really appreciate what you're doing, and I don't want to say goodbye unless we give your listeners a way to find out more. Do you have a website or a phone number you want to give out?
I just want to mention that the company that's sponsoring this program is Seven Hill Gastroenterology, located at 3256 South Pine Avenue. That's in Ocala. Telephone number 401 1919, and that is Dr. Vishnu Reddy. And thank you, medical providers, especially here in the Marion County area, for tuning in today. I will talk to you again next Monday with Larry and Robin here at WOCA. You all have a great week.
Thank you, Bern.
Thank you.
That was wonderful. And if you want to share that with anybody, we have recorded Bern's appearance today on the show. It'll be on the WOCA YouTube page and the YouTube channel and Facebook page by this afternoon. Thank you, Bern. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, times of clouds and sunshine. There can be a brief shower at spots, the high 76 to 80. And partly cloudy tonight. There may be a shower along the coast. Lows ranging from the upper 50s well inland to about 65 along the coast. Tomorrow, intervals of clouds and sun with a couple of brief showers around, high 74 to 78. And for Wednesday, partly sunny, high 77 to 81. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent.